2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, they haven't.
It's home to the Alamo and the Spurs, San Antonio, Texas, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the AT&T Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. And the Knicks looking for a positive start here on their road trip. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
And it's going to be a tough stretch of games here coming up. I know they're excited for it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for this group to find out exactly where they are in this league.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Knox out there with Randall. Then it's Dennis Smith. Then it's Robinson. And it's Dotson in at the two-guard position. And he overshot that one, missing. It's AI on the wing. And AI with the stuff.
Wow, AI attacking the rim with ferocity. Go ahead, sir.
Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on radio or television, and I imagine you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before, so it was exciting on a number of levels.
3 on the clock. Dotson gets the bucket.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
AI. Second shot opportunity. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Basket is good. The assist from AI.
You don't pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. And AI doing that, finding the man breaking open.
Smith against Murray. Goes up the baseline, and it's Smith missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the basket by DeRozan. DeRozan's got his second basket of the night.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
And I like seeing that Smith Jr. has a strong sense for when to shoot the mid-range.
It's AI on the wing. He really played well in that last game against Golden State.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better, he's a phenomenal finisher.
And obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you.
Robinson passes to Knox. Here's Dotson. He's guarded by AI. To the inside. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
Look, Kevin, how about the acceleration of DeRozan on the break? Just beats everyone down the floor for an easy opportunity.
Stolen by AI. Here's Aldridge, and the basket is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Passes it to Knox. Back to Smith. Pass to Dotson. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot, and the shot goes in. In the past, it has been suggested, Doris, that up-tempo teams couldn't maintain that style and then go on to win the playoffs. Is that an outdated theory and thought process?
Well, I think it is always contingent on the team, Kevin. You think back to the Lakers Showtime era, when the reality is those were up-tempo, Showtime-type teams, right? They could sustain it. But I think the fact of the matter is the teams that sustain success are the ones that can play in virtually any style. Can they play up-tempo if you allow them? Certainly. But when the game slows, particularly in the playoffs and the postseason, can you execute in the half court? Because you've got to be able to play both ways, I think, to win in the modern NBA.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and for two squads that don't know each other all that well, this should be an intriguing battle.
Right. In a matchup where you don't see the opponent often, there should be a lot of surprises. I don't know what to expect.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Davis Bertans checks in for Medu. Walker comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's White in for Murray. Now here's Lopez. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Ntilikina. White covering. Clock at 6. Charity stripe shot.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Number 1, the Spurs.
And that's a fun category. Most fans love that kind of up-tempo offense. And these guys are the best in the game playing that style.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I think you have to like the skill set of Trevor Booker. This is a guy who knows his...
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. AI with it, working on Smith. And the shot goes down. That's now 8 points for AI.
What I like here, AI challenging the defense inside, working for high percentage shots.
Murray out there with AI. And it's DeRozan, and it's Medu in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Warriors was a man on a mission. He ended up with 25 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
Now here's Murray. It's AI on the wing, covered by Smith. Here's AI. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Smith kicks to Randall. No good on the shot. It's the Spurs taking it the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
AI, count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
New York, no good that time either. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Bertans' shot is good. And the Spurs lead by 21.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
It's AI with the drive. And there it is for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Knocked loose. Kicks it to Murray. 2 on the clock. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's San Antonio riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at AI, in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, the kind of leadership he provides, the pinpoint passing, we saw it all there on display in that first half.
And Greg, you know this, having played the point guard position. He's been excellent at cutting apart the defense with both his passing and his playmaking thus far.
On the court for the Knicks, Robinson is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Smith, and it's Knox in at the 3, the small forward. And there's Randle on the assist from Robinson. Randle's got his first basket of the night.
Well, what a terrific option he is for them. Really puts a ton of stress on an opponent.
AI fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now, so solid numbers in that department.
Robinson with it, picked up by Aldridge. Here's Randle. And it's denied. They retain possession. And the basket by Knox. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. AI outside. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. New York calls timeout. Of course, when it comes to filling in the rest of a roster, pieces around your star players, what qualities do you think these teams are looking for, or would you be looking for in a role player?
Well, I think one of the first things you have to think about are what are the best attributes of my stars. So is my star a great driver creator? Then I need to put great shooters around him to enhance his driving and playmaking abilities. But the other part of a role player is you've got to be willing to do the dirty work, to sacrifice the headlines and dig in on the defensive end, to absorb the best matchup of the opponent every night. And that means sometimes you're going to get scored on 5-6 times in a row. That's how good the offensive players in the league are. So there are many qualities, but those are just a couple off the top of my head, Kev.
An easy 2 points on the layup. AI's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
White against Smith. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Smith's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, there's a level of concentration required on the interior, and Dennis Smith Jr. more than up to the task.
The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Davis Bertans checks in for San Antonio. Walker comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And then for New York, Lopez comes in for Randle. And it's Booker in for Dennis Smith.
You know what's amazing about AI? This guy plays 1 season in college, makes the Final Four, then goes undrafted. I mean, that's a big-time wake-up call for a young man.
Shoots the 3. The shot by Trier, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Bertans can't get it to go.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
To the paint, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Doris, when you look at Frank Ntilikina, the first thing that might strike you is how long his arms really are.
Right, that wingspan in the 7'1" mark, and I'll tell you what.
San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
That's so much that Rubio gives you. The last thing that has to come to me is the range shooting.
Knicks trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by AI. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. Ntilikina passes to Robinson. Here's Ntilikina. Misses the three. It's AI, high post. And the jam by AI.
And defensively, against a guy with this much scoring ability, you have to try to take the ball out of his hands, because right now, AI's just cooking.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's San Antonio delivering the blowout. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, GA, you know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. New York shooting 40% from the field. We've got Mills. He's out there with AI. And it's Medu in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the San Antonio 5. You know, a lot of people have looked at the schedule of the NBA, Doris, and they think, you could eliminate back-to-backs of teams that face each other 4 times in a season, do a 2-game series in each city. It's kind of a baseball-type feel. Would you support that?
You know, it's an intriguing possibility to me, Kevin, because, one, it would cut down on travel, which obviously would make things a little bit better and easier for players. The travel schedule is taxing, particularly on back-to-backs. And so I don't know if there would be an opportunity for Adam Silver to maybe somehow run a test case. Would you be willing to put it in for a season, see how it fits in the overall context of the season? But it is an intriguing idea, and we are trying to improve the product no matter which way we go.
On the wing, Hill. 6 to shoot. Over AI. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And they pick up 2.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Brady passes to Hill. Down low, here's Randle. Good, the assist goes to Hill. 6 points for Julius Randle.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
To the middle, here's Huffman, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Precise execution from AI. In the pick and roll, timing is the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Brady passes to Randle. Robinson finds Green. Back to Robinson. And he banks in the layup. Robinson's got 5 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he gets into terrific post position. The entry feed is right where it needs to be.
Here's Green. And again, it's New York. San Antonio calls timeout. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, Which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders, to me, to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
AI dishes to Aldridge, and that one drops.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
The Spurs making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. Nerlens Noel checks in for New York. Doris, what is your solution to the controversy surrounding one-and-dones?
Kevin, I believe the one-and-dones will be a thing of the past, and I think it will happen shortly. And the reason that can now become a viable option is the G League holds the key. You can now allow players to enter into the minor league straight out of high school. If they raise the salary of those G League players, then it helps across the board.
Bertanis, he's checked in for the Spurs. Ricky Rubio comes in for Derek White. The Knicks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. And it's Trier in for Knox. He gets that one. 11 points for Aldridge.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart. And let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
AI double-teamed. Aldridge kicks to AI. Back to Aldridge. Basket is good. The assist from AI. AI's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. The Knicks have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Smith outside. The 3. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for San Antonio.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Walker's checked in for DeRozan. And it's Mills in for Ricky Rubio. And he makes the first. Green, he's checked in for Dennis Smith. Good on both. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Knocked away and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. San Antonio making a switch here. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. AI in the post, and he gets it to go.
Up by double digits, little time remaining. Way to defend your house.
Well, this is what you call taking care of your business, showing dominance on their home floor. What an excellent effort.
First one falls for him.
And the French native has already made an impact. Ntilikina is a young guard who plays with confidence and purpose.
The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. AI right side. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for AI. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped, and they put them on the line.
Little turnaround. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.